alert. This is your spoiler alert. If you have not seen the film Chopping Mall, Killer Robots, do not watch any more of this video. So I watched a movie with my sister. We watched Chopping Mall from 1986, directed by Jim Wynorski. I'm probably saying that wrong. Starring Kelly Maroney, Tony O'Dell, Russell Todd, Carrie Emerson, Barbara Crampton, Nick Siegel, John Terlesky, and Susie Slater. And first off, I want to say that John Terlesky, every time I see this movie, he reminds me of George Eads, the guy that plays, is it Nick on CSI? For some reason, they just have a similar, facial structure going on, and I always think it's him, but I know it's not. This movie is rated a 5.6 on IMDb, so we're staying in the upper numbers. We haven't hit a real high number, but hey. So basically, this movie is about these young employees that decide to have their own little get-together party type thing in the store late after work, and the mall has just gotten new security protocols. They have these heavy doors that lock from midnight to 6 a.m. and they have these 3 robots, these security guard robots, one for each level, that are supposed to protect the mall. So if any intruders that come in that does not have a mall ID card, employee card, they detain them until the police arrive. But for this, there is a storm, and there's lightning, and there's some kind of sensor or something that controls with the robots on the top of the roof, and it gets struck several times by lightning, and the robots seemingly malfunction and they start killing folks. So this is a very fun and crazy movie. These kids have to fight back, and it's a mall. What perfect place to fight back in? I mean, because you have a sporting goods store, so you have different kinds of supplies in this mall to be able to fight off the robots, even though they've got lasers. I do really enjoy this movie. I love the Chopping Mall theme, the music, the score. I really like it. There was a lot of there was things that made me laugh, and one of the lines when they are trying to escape and they're up in the vents, one of the girls is they're trying to french fry us, because I guess it was getting really, really hot in there. And yeah, I just thought that was funny. And then one of the girls is freaking out, and she says, "I guess I'm not used to being chased in the mall in the middle of the night by killer robots." True. And one of the scenes I like is when the main girl, I think character is Allison, she is running from the robots, and she ends up going into a pet shop, which I think is Roger's little shop of pets or something like that. So I thought the title of the shop was kind of funny. Not the little shop of horrors, but the little shop of pets. And she's going in there, and she hides, and the robot busts in and knocks these containers of spiders and snakes, and they start like crawling all over her, and the snakes are slithering up her legs, and I'm like, I could not, no, my cool would not, I would be hysterical, but she's golden. There's just a lot of fun moments in this movie, and I hate that different ones get killed, but you know, that's the way it always goes. And Allison must defeat the last robot, and she comes up with a plan to put all the paint and paint thinner and stuff in this paint shop and just throw it all on the ground. And she's got a flare, and she calls to the robot. Robot comes in, and it gets into the paint, and it's slipping and sliding and can't get no traction. And she makes it out of there, and she just throws that in there, and kaboom! Robot parts go flying. And what a way to spend a first meeting, first date, first, I don't know, blind date kind of thing. Because Allison and the character Ferdy are set up by the rest of the group to hang out, and they kind of like really hit it off. And so by this point, when Allison defeats the robot, you know, she has seen Ferdy getting killed and everybody else getting killed, but luckily Ferdy is not dead, and he calls out to her, and I'm like, yay, a happy ending, somewhat. I hate when it's all just sad, sad, sad. We gotta have a little joy, you know? This one is definitely very enjoyable to me, and I really like it. So if you haven't seen it, give it a whirl if you think, you know, of course, if you haven't seen it, you probably didn't watch this video, and yeah, because most people don't want to know what happens. I went shopping at the resale shop, and I found this Buffy figure. How cool is that? I also got this cat Halloween sign, and it lights up. I thought it was super cute. And I also got this cat stuffed animal with a pumpkin. Got a pumpkin hat. And it's supposed to sing I Put a Spell on You, but I gotta get some batteries to see if it works. Even if it doesn't work, it's still cute.